everyone, this is Bonnie from Backward Story, and today I want to talk to you about brand new release, There Was an Old Woman Who Lived in a Book by Jomike Tejido. It's from the James Patterson Presents line from Jimmy Patterson and Little Brown Books. I had so much fun reading it, and I was texting pictures as I was reading it because I just loved the way books are woven into this, and if you love books about books, this is such a good book. And then I was really excited to bring it over and share it with my niece, who is 5 going on 6, and she really loved it as well, which is really great because I've been struggling a little bit to get her to love books. She'd rather go outside and do something because she's so athletic. She can't sit still for long periods. She's probably the only 5-year-old I know who hasn't even seen Frozen or pretty much any of the Disney movies because she can't sit for more than like 20 minutes. I'm hoping that now that she's learning how to read that she'll sit down a little more because it's a little more challenging and something that she can do and not just sit there and be inactive. So I love how invested she was in this book as well, and I'm even going to tell you her favorite parts because she told me that she wanted you guys to know what she liked best. She definitely has her own opinions and wants to share them, so I'm going to show you her favorite parts. You all know how much I love retellings, and this is such a fun book, and if you like books about books, this is the best book in the entire world, and I'm about to show you why. It starts off with an old woman whose children go missing, and look at her neighborhood. Her house is a book. Her neighbor's house is a book. And, oh yes, she lives on a bookcase with a bunch of other books. Which means after going through her house and not finding her kids, she has to go visit her next door neighbor who also lives in a book. And now we are in the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Sadly, Papa Bear's porridge is also missing. So Papa Bear and the old woman go off together, and you can see them leaving the book there as they come out the other side. And they're off on an adventure to see if they can figure out where these missing things and people went. They approach the book of Jack and the Beanstalk, and you can see a beanstalk coming out the book with Jack coming down. And Jack hasn't seen the kids, but his magic bag of beans is missing. So now Jack and the old woman and Papa Bear go to the next book to see the cat and the spoon and the dog and the cow who jumped over the moon. And the fiddle is missing and the dish is missing now as well. So everybody gets on board Papa Bear. And this is one of my favorite pages in the book because Humpty Dumpty is sitting on top of a wall that is made out of books. And do those spines look familiar? Because they're the books on the row right beneath where the old woman lives. So she's now on the second row of books. I love it. It's so cute. And now Humpty Dumpty lost his telescope, so he's going to be on the lookout for that too. And now they're at the castle, and you can see that the roof is a book that has been opened up, and the sides of the castle are also books. And I just think it's so creative, the way that books have been woven into all of the artwork, and I love it. Even the gates to get into the castle are books. So now we're going to look for a candelabra, which has disappeared. This is another one of my favorite pictures in the book because Jack and Jill, who went up the hill, their hill is made out of books. And Jack has lost his crown. And they're completely aware they're in a book. They traveled through every book in the village on the bottom shelf. And you can see the book and how it fits into the environment of all of these nursery rhyme characters who have something go missing. Baba Black Sheep lost his Baba bag of wool. One of the little ducklings is missing and the pond has become a book. And this might be my favorite page of all pages. You have all the characters together on Papa Bear's back. And then out comes the Wicked Witch, and she is in the Hansel and Gretel house, and it looks so delicious. Like, I seriously want to go and get myself a gingerbread house that looks like a book because it would taste so good. And it'll be full of stories, and it's just so creative and cute, and I want to eat it. And this is the scene that sort of kind of scared my niece Gabrielle a little because we'd been teasing her about witches, and she just watched Hocus Pocus for the first time, so she was like, oh, it's going to be scary, the dark, dark woods. But she also really liked the house and wanted to eat the candy, so it was a nice mixed bag, and it really kept her glued to the page. And then we get to the dark, dark woods, and we find the big bad wolf, and all the stuff that has been stolen is all around him. And the old woman tells him how to find food by going to the gingerbread house she found that's made of candy. Everybody has their stuff back, and then they find the children hiding up in trees. And the colors are so bright and fun and entertaining, and you find their dad, the old man, who is knick-knack paddywhack on the drum. And then everyone is together having a feast, and my niece said this is her favorite scene in the whole book because she wants to be there eating the food, and she especially wanted to eat the cake pop right there. But this was her favorite scene of all the scenes. She's got a sweet tooth. It's just so fun and colorful, and everyone is in the mix. And it's just a really cute, fun, sweet book. It reminds me of the book, The Cow Who Tripped Over the Moon, A Nursery Rhyme Emergency, and how creatively it takes all the different nursery rhymes and twists them up, such as the 2 and 20 Blackbirds in a Pie, all these different things. And it was such a fun book to read. The kids really loved hearing it too, and it was just a great story time title. And I really can't wait to see what everybody thinks about this book. And it's just so much fun. Even my niece liked it, and she's been kind of back and forth with reading because she would rather be outside doing something active. She's very athletic. She doesn't even sit down to watch TV for long periods of time, and she is 5, turning 6, and she is learning to read on her own, so she was reading along with me a little bit, and she really liked this book and asked if she could read it again, which she usually doesn't do with books. So that is a winner right there. But this book was so much fun. If you love nursery rhymes, if you like fairy tales, if you like mashups and things twisted together, pick up There Was an Old Woman Who Lived in a Book. It is out now in stores everywhere. And I love that the James Patterson Presents line is now doing picture books as well as middle grade and young adult books. And I can't wait to see who the line picks up next as an author and who they're going to support and what's in store for us all. So that is everything from me today. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.